Alright everyone, hello and welcome to this video. My name is David from Yellowwood Travels with David, where we talk about travel, work, and content creation. I'm super excited about this video because I get to share with you my little work setup, and also I get to share with you guys where I am in the world. I'm in Bangkok now, which is really exciting. It's my first time in my life overseas, so this is kind of like a big deal for me. And also another first is that this is my first YouTube video, so if you find this somehow and you find this content useful, consider subscribing, because as of right now, I have 0 subscribers. Starting off with my laptop. Okay, so I've just got a MacBook Air 2020 with a M1 chip. It's definitely beefy enough to do what I do. But the key part, obviously, being a digital nomad, is making sure that everything is downscaled so that you don't have like a big bulky equipment that you need to lug, because everything needs to be kind of really stripped down. So the laptop, another thing that I found quite useful is the stand. I've got like a really cheap stand that it's on. I'll put some price points along the way so you can see how much this stuff cost me. So yeah, the laptop stand helps just to tilt the laptop up at an angle that is suitable. If you're, for example, for me, if I'm teaching 8 hours, having it at a nice angle always helps. Probably one of the most important things is having a second screen. It really helps to just keep your workflow nice and smooth, having a second screen. Of course, if you have a Windows, a machine that runs Windows and not Mac, you can find a tablet that'll do what my iPad is doing. But if you are an Apple user, I just want to show you something really cool real quick and how easy it is to connect it to. You just go to Displays under your settings, add display, David's iPad, that's me, I'm David, and then it shows up on your iPad, which is really super simple for someone like me who's kind of an idiot. There's no way of screwing that up. You can use a wired connection, or there's also a wireless connection, but the wireless connection I found is a little bit unstable. Now let's talk about some of the other smaller things. My rule is that I'm going to spend all of the money, the big money, on the big devices like the laptop and the iPad. But then I'm happy to skimp a little bit and save cash when it comes to getting generic versions of the Apple Pencil instead of paying like $150 or whatever it costs. I got something a lot cheaper. I'll put maybe a link in the description to that. It's fantastic, does a great job, basically feels just like the original, but it's like a third of the price. So that's awesome. Then I've got a Logitech mouse, also not super expensive. A Bluetooth keyboard, again, generic. If I had to pay the full amount for the Apple keyboard, I'd be like basically bankrupt. So I'm trying to keep costs down. Then a little bit of a reminder from home. I got this in Egypt. My little Egyptian cat, but I've taken it with me everywhere, and it's been a part of my permanent desk setup, so it's nice to have that like come along for the ride. On the left hand side here, I got my external hard drive, give me a little bit of extra space. It's just a single terabyte. Some adapters. This is an Oracle adapter, which seems to be running really well, and it gives me 4 USB ports, which is super useful if you're plugging in lots of devices. One of those devices is my microphone. This is a Samsung CO1U Pro, and it's definitely served me really well if I want like a really clean sounding audio. This is the microphone that I use instead of just, the one that comes with my laptop. And then I've also got another adapter over here. You can see this is an 8-in-1, and it just gives me some more options in terms of USB-C outputs, which is helpful, and then some other outputs that also just make plugging in devices a little bit easier. Lastly, I have wireless headphones, Bluetooth headphones that, again, I'm not going for like the Apple super expensive stuff. These are JLab headphones, and they do a great job of just, if I want to go to like a coffee shop and just take my laptop, for example, I can take those with me. But most of the time, if I'm working and I've got to set up in a hotel, which is where I am now, then I've got my wired headphones, Sennheiser, which are also pretty cheap, but they do a great job without breaking the bank. So that's essentially my whole setup. And even though I've just moved overseas right now, I'm still kind of getting a lay of the land. I have been doing this quite a while in my hometown in South Africa. I've been traveling quite a bit, so I've got a pretty good feel of what works for me. Of course, a lot of the stuff you might be like, I don't need a microphone, I don't need a second screen. These are just the things that I'm using, and hopefully you found this helpful in some way if you're looking at what would be best for you, because everyone's needs are different when it comes to this kind of stuff. Maybe you found something that you didn't know, or something that perhaps you weren't using before. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.